Returning to my Coin Lady channel, I am pleased to see you again. XRP's price can rise in response to news in the cryptocurrency market, dropping from $49.55 to $251. If XRP experiences a similar increase beyond 2017, I hope I don't have to tell you how absurd this is. Believing that this market cycle is experiencing that indicates a lack of mental clarity. Listen, I'm not claiming that XRP will never reach the three-digit mark. In my opinion, it probably won't. Incidentally, that is possible. I suppose it's possible, but it would take a very long time, probably decades. There also has to be a significant increase in the general adoption of cryptocurrencies. Of course, if XRP ends up being a big winner, it's reasonable to assume that this might be the case. However, are you insane? Listen, I am fully prepared to gladly eat my words if I am mistaken. Indeed, I will. I mean, I'm a laid-back, positive guy, so if I'm mistaken, I'll just say, whoa. I completely messed up that one, didn't I? I believe the odds of my being incorrect are almost zero, or as close to zero as possible, 251. I mean, I get it, we had an 80,000% increase in 20 for the market cycle in 2017. I received an amount close to that, roughly 80,000%. The reason behind this is because XRP's initial value was around half a penny. When discussing XRP, things changed slightly. In the beginning of the cycle, when was the low? It is not going to happen, guys, even at 28 cents. There is already an excessive amount of XRP in circulation to achieve that kind of multiplication. But having said that, there are reasonable price action expectations among experts, and if they materialize, I'd wager money that many of you listening right now will become filthy rich. If this materializes, I'd wager that many of you listening will be enjoying unprecedented prosperity. Now look at this, it's crimson. Now here's something else. This is somewhat refreshing, as a market analyst discusses how XRP may reach $190 to $250. Trust me, people, that's not going to happen. Even though I was a crypto beginner, this is from the same fundamental set. But I was thinking, this is how much your money may increase if XRP hits its all-time high of $3.70. Oh, look at that. I thought. Sure, that's an excellent beginning. With that out of the way, the paper claims an increase of about 50,000%. Next, this one might cost around $250. At least the substance of this piece is more solid, and we're like, oh yeah, $3.70 is what dank in the third post. In addition, they forwarded this article to others. Each of these articles is unnecessary. In a way, it's making a larger statement about the absurdity and foolishness of our current reality. This isn't representative of our community as a whole, but I get it. What really gets under my skin is this. Maybe it's because some newcomers to the cryptocurrency market notice this and hop on board without knowing any better, particularly if it's spread by major accounts. Just because someone has a massive following doesn't make them foolish. In fact, it could make them seem even more so to someone who is completely unfamiliar with cryptocurrency. Well, that's great. Secure foundation, a monetary system. Holy cow. They have no idea that we are capable of doing that. I also believe that many of them will get it in the end. However, that is likely the most frustrating part of this whole mess for me. Debate is great and entertaining, and I enjoy yelling at people when they're wrong. After all, it's a healthy activity, isn't it? However, that is the aspect of it that truly worries me. Thus, I think everyone should have the right to express themselves freely. While I absolutely believe in the right to free speech, I also believe that people should not assume that they may say anything they want without facing consequences. My right to free speech does not end where yours does, you know. There's a better way to do it. Fail miserably. Also, you can count on me to continually fight back. This is absurd. The bright side, though, is that there is evidence to suggest that XRP has, in fact, reached a new all-time high in enterprise discovery. Therefore, this is an excellent place to begin. The current display on your computer. A crypto assets guy posted a prediction: if you buy XRP at 56 cents, you will 6.6x your money when it reaches its old all-time high of $3.70. They decided to share their prediction with the world. I perused those notes. Here we have something that is at least somewhat reasonable to talk about. Something similar would be great for me. That doesn't imply, however, that it will only hit that. What I mean is that I am not making a prediction. What I am expressing is my anticipation and suspicion. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what the future holds for the XRP price. I'm always forthright about that. I have the impression that it will take off considerably farther than that. I know this is probably true for many of you, but here's the nice thing: you can do nothing whatsoever wherever you want to sell. But I have a feeling that many of you are paying attention. If you compare the value of your balance at $4 to $5 to that of the US dollar or your fiat currency, depending on your location in the world, you will be astounded. In my case, I'll admit that I won't be selling most of my XRP when its price reaches $4. However, I might consider selling 5% or 6% if it meant I could roughly recuperate my investment cost. However, I must admit that even if I were to sell it all for $4, I would still feel like it was a life-changing amount. I mean, even at $4, I would feel like, yeah, even just that amount would change my outlook on life. That would be perfect, and I will get to work on making it bigger. In my opinion, it will continue to rise. Therefore, I'm prepared to stay with that risk for a bit longer than that. That's why I've mentioned multiple times that I'm thinking of scaling up between $5 and $8. However, there's a good reason behind my willingness to scale out at levels that some of you might find too low. That's okay, I totally respect your opinion. You could be right that it's low compared to where it tops here. Personally, I'd rather not even consider that possibility at this point. I just don't know. Although contemplation is enjoyable, like even about $4 or $5 is what you're referring to. I'd wager that, even if it's not your ideal, that's still significantly higher for many of you. My average purchase price is about 25 cents, though. So, if we're talking about selling for $4 or $5 and thinking about it, I'll put in some real thought. I mean, it's subjective, but when I think about it, I'm willing to wager that most people, especially in our community, aren't completely insane. However, when you have a large enough community, like ours, which is home to nearly 1 million people, you begin to see some of God's other creations. No, what I mean is to fully immerse yourself in the experience. I don't mind either. I don't mind. On the plus side, it adds some life to the situation. You could use that as an advantage, but I'll show you anyhow. On this page, you may see the XRP rich list. Alright, I'll show you the wallet count from the past. It's really similar to this. This is not a broken chain, as is shown by the most compelling evidence. Throughout XRP's lifetime, the number of wallets has steadily increased. During my time here, which began in late 2017, this chart only goes back to about the middle of May. I've noticed a small dip, but overall, it's been going up. And just so you know, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I have a feeling the website wasn't pulling data perfectly for some reason. I'm assuming it's just a glitch anyway, because if it were real, which I don't believe it is, it would have led to a huge purge of accounts, possibly from an exchange, and then what? A whole bunch of account increases at practically the same time every day? That's just not good. That being said, it simply continues to move upwards. Therefore, I find the notion that XRP will never reach a new all-time high to be totally ludicrous. This is meaningless when it comes to enterprise-level software with actual use cases in the real world. It does, without a doubt. Thus, I like to remain realistic when it concerns this matter. Seeing my video is an honor. Bye for now, and please subscribe and like my channel.